Against Cleveland, winning season series a year ago, they split. Jack, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Jack's got the opening bucket. Played in with a nice touch off again on what Steve said. They had a 500 record in their games last year, but, you know, they borderline unacceptable. Here's Jack following the basket by O.J. Mayo. And Bennett with the basket on the assist by G. And a lot of times his first quarter seems to dictate how big of a role he plays later on, and he's off to the good start. Both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Here's G. He dishes it to Bynum. 6 to shoot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Tell you what, when he's healthy, Andrew Bynum is the real deal inside. I mean, he's one of the most impactful centers in the league. His size and ability to score inside can make him tough to guard and hard to deal with, and he simply just has to take advantage of that height and weight to be a force.
He misses the free throw. For him revolves now and for the rest of his career around his health. Yeah, that's the question. That's what you wonder about. Can he ever come back, particularly as a big player? You know, big guys have so much weight coming down on those joints. And even though Bynum is still young and medicine has come a long way, I mean, we really don't know what to expect with his future.
As he's grown as a player, be right.
And here is Jack. Brandon Knight getting it to go from deep. Shot left block, and it's Bynum getting it to go in. The Bucks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Knight kicks to Ilyasova. Takes a 3. And another 3 from Brandon Knight. Knight's got 6. And going back to Andrew Bynum, certainly he's shown the capability to be a go-to scorer on the low block. Oh, he's an old-school center. I mean, you can throw him the ball on the block. He's got great footwork. He can score with either hand. He's an impossible cover. He's physically right. But that's the question. Will he be healthy? If so, they've got a guy who can demand double teams down there.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Perfect. Rebound by Ilyasova. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Raptors. Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them.
Game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, it looked like a mismatch to me.
Here's Jack after Caron Butler's bucket. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. The shot. There's a reason he's open. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game. And you see a player have to come out of the game like this. I mean, just hope for the best.
That's exactly right. You do hope for the best. You cross your fingers, say a prayer, and hope it's nothing major. We'll see what the update is here shortly.
First quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Earlier, Dorisburg spoke with head coach Mike Brown. And what'd you find out?
I asked him what the main reason was for the disappointing record so far. He said, it's not that easy to put a finger on, but we seem to lack that killer instinct. We don't have the confidence to finish teams off, even when we've got them on the ropes. Let's see if they can change their luck tonight, guys.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
You know, in Larry Drew's case, it was a bit of an unusual situation once the season concluded. He was in the final year of his deal. The Hawks said we'll interview other candidates and left him free to interview for other head coaching positions, and he landed in Milwaukee. Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
The 1-2 punch, you gotta love it.
Now, here's Sanders. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. G dishes to Jack. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Jack's got 6. Well, Stephen,
that was an interesting move for him to go from Atlanta to Milwaukee. The Hawks were one of the better defensive teams in the league last year. I think that's what the Bucks saw in Drew. And that's the idea for him to really help this team get the most out of its players, particularly defensively.
here's Delfino. 1:39 left here in the first quarter. Here's the dish to Pachulia. Great D that time from Anderson Varejao.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
That's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Larry Drew said to his team. He said to his guys, we need to make things very difficult for them on the perimeter. Hands up, challenging shots, preventing any kind of open looks. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Thank you, Doris. That's good. And 101 left. Jack gets a screen from Varejao. And again, Sharon Jack. Jack's got 8 points.
Such a great guard for him. 4 a big game.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Miles. Pocket 6. And Jack kicks to Varejao. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Ridnour passes to Ilyasova. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he was up over the 80% mark from the free throw line last year. I'm sure he was pretty happy with those numbers.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. Cavaliers making a switch here. No luck that time either. Passes it to Miles. Puts up a 3. Good. Miles has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to play?
Out there, they're dialed in from long range.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Now an update on Kyrie Irving from Doris Burke. Doris, what'd you find out?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Cavaliers' head athletic trainer. Not what we wanted to hear, guys. It sounds like it's a very serious injury. His night is over, and it remains to be seen just how long it will be until he can come back.
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
Yeah, but it's part of the game, Kevin. Almost everybody goes through it eventually as a player. So you just have to deal with it the best you can.
Unfortunately, it is that, Steve, and it's painful to watch your teammates out there because you're helpless in that situation.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Jack is out there with Karsov. Then there's C.J. Myers. Then it's Earl Clark, and it's Zeller in at the 5. Here's Karsov. He's guarded by Ridnow. And Karsov kicks to Zeller. Devitt goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Miles.
Well, he's got that quick trigger, a very quick trigger on a shot, and he doesn't hesitate to pull up as soon as he gets his hands on the ball. He's a very aggressive player.
Well, defensive pressure is always going to be at its weakest in that instant when the pass gets there, so having a good feel for the catch and shoot serves him well.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Rejected by Ridnour.
Hey, the defense was right there just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Harris dishes to Pachulia. Harris kicks to Delfino. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Sanders, nails the baby hook. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers were okay offensively last year. It was on defense where they really struggled. They had the second lowest block total in the league, but still were top 5 in fouls. That's a bad combination.
A different look now for Cleveland. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Bennett comes in for Earl Clark. And G's subbed in for Karsov. Outside check. He kicks to G. He feeds it to Bynum. Bennett the pass to Bynum. Shot clock at 6. Miles dishes to Bynum. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Bynum's got his second basket of the night. And for the Cavs, a young team, plenty of injuries last season. Steve, you think they'll improve defensively this year?
I have no doubt they'll improve, Kevin. That was the main reason to hire Mike Brown, who's really a defensive mastermind and a guy who will emphasize it every day in practice. And it's a young group, talented young players who are still growing and still learning. So I think they'll get better defensively by a significant margin.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Bynum. Coach was obviously looking for big things from him in this game and is still hoping that takes shape very quickly. He focused next on what he feels will be their most reliable offensive approach, which is the use of ball screens and the pick and roll. That's a play we should be seeing a lot of. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And Jack kicks to Bennett. Miles off the pick from Bennett.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Here's Knight. That's good. And now a 5-point Bucks lead.
You're going to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Bynum inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark. Now, they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Well, Brandon Knight out of Kentucky is more of a combo guard than a pure point when you look at him offensively. So with his long arms and good athleticism and at 6.
Anderson Barajow's checked in for Andrew Bynum. .157 left to play here in the half. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And for Brandon Knight offensively, he's still trying to figure it out.
I think he's best as a spot-up shooter. I mean, he does have some point guard skills. He's got some athleticism. He's really time to set up.
They're relying on their three-point three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Jack passes to Verejao. It's tipped. And he banks in the layup.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Knight dishes to Middleton. The feed to Ilyasova. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Where was he going with that pass? That's just an awful turnover.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 7. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. And Jack, here we go. Felix. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. They weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking. No ball movement. Very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
Bucks leading by 9.
Should be the last possession of the quarter if they play it right.
And if their clock management's good, it will be.
Outside Mayo. Rejected by Verejao. Throws it from deep. Can't get it to go. And that concludes the first half. Bucks ahead. They lead by 9. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I've got Mike Brown, and Coach, obviously you guys have some ground to make up in the second half. What's been the biggest problem thus far?
Hey, they're coming up with every loose ball, every offensive rebound, and they're just outworking us. They're a little quicker than everything. Things are slipping out of our hands because they're bumping us here, bumping us there. Really, that's the difference in the ball game. We can't come up with the second shots.
Coach, thank you so much. Over to you guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports. Now, presented by Sprint.
With a few games of the new season already under our belt, we're back in the NBA groove. This is 2K Sports. The Bucks playing with poise so far. A strong beginning to the season. They've wasted no time in getting off on the right foot. Brandon Knight playing great through 2 quarters. Doesn't matter where he's been on the court, close to the bucket or deep down.
The performance. Just look at the game for Knight. He's got 13 points, and he's sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
That was there for him, and he had to take it.
Harris with it. Just 5 on the clock. Rejected by Jack. And again, another one in from Sanders. Sanders has got 4 points this quarter.
He's done a terrific job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting those here in the second half. I mean, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but they've turned them all into points.
Kicks it to G. Puts up a 3. Tries again. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a 3-point play. And the Cavaliers making a change here.
Well, after a brief 2-year drought, the Bucks got back to the playoffs this past season, but it wasn't pretty once they got there. With several guarantees from players about upsetting the Heat, they didn't win a single game and were swept by the Miami Heat.
Harris Ellis up top, pulls up, high post, but he stays with it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Mayo kicks to Harris. Dishes it to Sanders. And it's Harris off the drive. Harris, right side. Here's Sanders. It's in!
Huge point. That's beyond huge, Steve. Stronger finishers in the game.
And an intentional foul right there. And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. No luck that time either. The Cavaliers have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Felix nails it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. 11 seconds left in the game. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Smart foul there. You got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the ball to hit the second one. And that will put them up by 2. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 2. 9 seconds. Folks, Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on our sideline, and this is Kevin Harlan. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Brandon Knight is out there with Mayo. And it's Butler in at small forward.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders.
Structured offense. He said, this is playground basketball. We need guys working together to create better opportunities. He also told them they need a strong presence on the defensive glass. He does not want second chance, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Seconds off the clock here in the extra period. Outside Butler. Pass to Ilyasova. He kicks to Sanders. Wide open. And another basket for him.
Well played right there. You can feel the momentum changing.
I think
Butler 3 by 8.
They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming out.
A perfect 5 for 5. This night, Ilyasova up top. They get a hand on it and point rate. And
the long game fatigue can sometimes affect every aspect of play. They didn't look tired at all to me.
sends you over Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, congratulations on the win, Brandon. And what did you guys do well tonight that helped contribute to your success?
We just stay focused. Today we were able to continue to, try to stick to our game plan, get stops, and, just continue to crash the boards. We were able to stay true to what we practice and, what we believe in.
It all came together for you, Brandon. Thank you so much. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Larry Sanders.
I got all my badges ready. But not badges, but dominated goals 1 and 2. So we good. As long as I get that done, I'm good. I didn't get no. I only got 2 points. No, 3 points after.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Tess, what you talking about, man? Hey, man, I feel like you've been here much longer than me. If you see an opportunity, I'm not about to step away.
Coach, if you could point to one main reason why you lost this game, what would it be?
No, we got beat tonight. I mean, you know, you can say what it is. You can say what you want to about it. Got to come to play, and we didn't. We got beat. It's one game, so we got to bounce back for the next one.
Okay. Still the 8th man.